Hi, everybody. My name is Steve, and I've got a story to tell. This is part one of my story, my journey through life while being born intersex. It is 1985, and here I am. Immediately, it was clear that something was wrong. My genitals were not right. The doctors, the nurses, and my parents noted that I appeared to be somewhere between male and female. I was healthy. Everything worked just fine, except my hormones, which were totally out of whack. I did have male gonads, but they were located in my abdomen. Medically, surgery wasn't necessary. The doctor convinced my parents to operate on me down there to make me appear and function more male. The doctor told my parents that the surgery would allow me to live more comfortably as a boy, to avoid the social stigma that comes with being born with ambiguous genitalia. The doctor sold the idea that I'd be able to stand and pee with the rest of my male peers. Also, that I'd be able to have normal heterosexual intercourse. So, my parents, along with the doctor's promise of a complete son and being able to stand to pee, my parents agreed to operate. The doctor assured my parents that this was going to be a simple, single, corrective surgery. It is 1991, and I am 6 years old. This is one of my earliest and most vivid memories. I found myself back in a familiar place, the Children's Hospital. I was there to undergo surgery on my genitals. This was now the sixth surgery that I have had down there since I was born. In the time following the surgery, while I was recovering in the hospital, the staff would have activities that they would invite the children to come and do. Now, this specific activity was supposed to help us cope with going through surgery at such a young age. The nurse brings me into a playroom with other kids my age, and they hand out plain white dolls. They don't have any discernible markings on them other than eyes, a nose, a mouth. The idea was that we should dress the doll up how we want and also use colored markers to show where on the doll the surgery happened and to bandage that area. I began by trying to draw what I thought I looked like down there, and then I colored the area red, blood from the surgery. The nurse came over to check on my work. She grabbed the doll from me and asked me what I was doing with that and why. I tried explaining that this is where my surgery happened. Before I could really get that out to explain, she told me that I was wrong for having drawn and colored what I did on the doll. She then told me that I had to hide that I had surgery there. She explained that it wasn't okay for the other kids to see and that I needed to lie about where and why I had the surgery done. The nurse took my doll and threw it in the trash and got a new one for me to fix. This time, she told me I should put the bandage on the doll's knee and lie to everyone about what I am really going through. This was the first time I felt shame because of the way I was born. This was the first time that I would feel like society wants to throw me in the garbage rather than help me. Figuratively speaking, of course, but in this case with the doll, also symbolically. This was merely the beginning of my intersex journey, one memory and experience that had a massive impact on me and my future. I'm going to be releasing a series of these essays about my life and my experience being intersex. So much is misunderstood about what it can mean to be intersex, what people can go through, and how much real physical and emotional pain that can be attached to just existing as intersex. Thank you very much for listening, and part 2 will come out.